Underground power lines could reduce the chances of power outages during storms, but they can be expensive.
22 News anchor and I-Team reporter Taylor Knight discovered just how much it could cost to put wires underground.
We're heading into winter months when snowstorms become more likely. We've already had several storms over the past few months that have left thousands of people in the dark. Now, some are questioning why power lines aren't buried. The 22 News I-Team discovered that it's a massive and expensive undertaking. After a big storm, frustration builds as power outages increase. During Tropical Storm Isaias, the power was out in some communities for days. And most recently, an October windstorm knocked out power to 200,000 customers in Massachusetts.
We lost power for like a week, like 5 days. It was awful.
If the power lines were underground, these major outages likely wouldn't happen because the infrastructure is more reliable. But there are challenges with burying the wires. After a major storm, damage like this to above-ground power lines is really easy to spot. But if these wires were underground, it could take a lot longer to get your power back. National Grid found that if a fault does occur on an underground cable, it's out of service for an average of 25 times longer than overhead lines.
And then you have to coordinate getting someone there to dig up the street and go underground. So there can be some complications there too.
That could mean an outage that lasts one day now could last almost a month if it were to happen underground. Another challenge, the high cost of undergrounding, according to Mike Judge, who's the state's director of electric power.
On average, about 2 to 4 times more expensive to put them underground as opposed to overground. And then in heavily urban environments, it can sometimes be as much as 10 times more expensive.
Eversource Energy spokesperson Priscilla Rest told the I-Team that the cost to underground wires could range from $2 to $6 million per mile. Eversource manages about 2,300 miles of transmission lines in Massachusetts, Connecticut, and New Hampshire. To convert all of that to underground lines could cost anywhere between $4.6 and $13.8 billion. National Grid's electric system spans 8,600 miles through upstate New York, Massachusetts, Rhode Island, New Hampshire, and Vermont. Undergrounding all of that could cost more than $50 billion. Massachusetts already has the 4th most expensive electric bills in the country. Undergrounding wires could make those bills go up even more. The utility companies pay for the installation, but Judge explained those costs could be recovered through customers' electric bills. People in Western Massachusetts are torn on this issue.
I think it depends how much it would go up. If it's everywhere and it's really expensive, maybe not worth it.
Yeah, I feel like it'd be beneficial in the long run.
Judge said at the end of the day, underground lines are a trade-off between the high cost and the better reliability that they provide. Working for you with the 22 News I-Team, I'm Taylor Knight.